Hey everybody, this is the 20-gallon fish tank that I keep set up for my wife to enjoy. And tonight we're just going to do a simple before and after water change video. It's been a little while since I've gotten in here and done any maintenance on it. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about the tank right now because it looks the way it does. We can barely see through the glass. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're going to do a simple water change. I will wipe the glass down. We'll put a new filter in it. Just a simple hang on the back filter. So that's no big deal, just swapping out the filter pad. Not a lot of reason to video the process. Again, just simple 5 gallons out, 5 gallons back in. We'll wipe the glass down, put a new filter in, and we'll call it good. So there's your before, and there's your after. So one of the things I did find interesting while I was in there was the fact that a lot of the green that we saw growing on everything was not algae, but cyanobacteria. I have had cyanobacteria in this tank along with pretty much all my other tanks for a very long time. This is just one of those tanks where it's never really a problem. It doesn't really grow out of control or grow in the glass or coat the plants. It's just kind of in the tank a little bit. And so this water change, there was actually a significant amount of it in there. I cleared a bunch of it off of the leaves of the Java fern. You can see there front and center, actually kind of rear and center. And then off to the right, that is an Anubias. And there was a bunch of cyanobacteria covering some of those leaves. Plus what was on the front glass was all cyanobacteria. I also removed a bunch of Java moss off of that silvery rock and across the piece of woodwork in the front. And that had a lot of the cyanobacteria growing in it too. So I found it a little unusual that there was so much in there this time. And the only thing I can chalk it up to is the stocking density in the tank now. I added 6 of the Pristella tetras in there recently. I also put a few more of the blood fins in there to fill out that little school. There was a couple left, so I added a few more to bulk that little school back up. And way down there in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see that little white angelfish. I added that one in there too. So the increased amount of nutrients, the increased stocking density, as I've said many, many times over the years, every time you make any kind of change to a fish tank, it just, even the slightest changes will alter the chemistry in a tank, and you just never know what kind of reaction you're going to get. And a lot of times when I do something very minor, I wind up getting algal blooms or cyanobacteria outbreaks, or just something changes whenever I make any kind of small adjustments to the tank. So no big deal, just part of the ongoing cycle of a fish tank. I'm sure it'll sort itself out, it'll clear itself up and balance and, you know, be back to a nice balanced functioning tank that isn't as sort of messy and difficult to maintain as this one. Lastly, I will just sort of end the video with a little bit of a look at this angelfish there. Got that one the same day I got the one in my 29-gallon miscellaneous tank. For my regular viewers, you'll know I've got that one that's kind of dark and smoky colored. It's sort of a blackish gray colored angelfish. When I got it, it was already much larger than this one is, but it's also grown considerably since I got it. This little white one, it just doesn't really seem to be thriving the way I expected it to. Now, I will say in the last couple of weeks, it really seems like it's starting to put on some weight and grow a little bit, but it just seems really small for as long as it's been in there now. And I'm a little interested to see how big it's going to wind up getting overall. I did have one angelfish years ago that never got very big. It could have lived its whole life in a 10-gallon tank and only got about the size of a silver dollar, if the description of a silver dollar means anything to anybody anymore. But that angelfish only lived about 2 years, which is very short lifespan for an angelfish. So there was clearly something stunting that one. It was not a normal-sized angelfish. And so it'll be interesting to see how this one develops over time too, because it's just a random angelfish. I got it out of the assorted angelfish bin. It was just really, really beautiful and pure white like that. It looks like a platinum angelfish, but I don't think it is, unless it's got, you know, some platinum genetics in there somewhere. But again, I didn't pay a lot of money for that. It's no special fancy angelfish or anything. It's just a random assorted angelfish for, you know, $5 or $6 or whatever I paid for it. So again, it'll be interesting to see how well that grows out or how big that grows out. So there you go, just a quick look at before and after, a little bit of simple maintenance on the 20-gallon tank I keep set up for my wife to enjoy. So thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you real soon in the next one.